January 7th, 12:52 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Und damit, bam Leute, herzlich willkommen zurück. Lang ist's her, zumindest für mich, ja. Ich bin mittlerweile Elden Lord geworden, ja, kein Ding. Aber darum soll es jetzt nicht gehen, wir sind jetzt hier, wir sind glaube ich so ein Anwalt oder so, ne? Ja, wir gucken mal, ne? Let's go. So, how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? Ah ja, wir hatten ein Trial letztes Mal. Ich glaube, so ein alter Mann war auch anwesend. Genau, irgendwie so. It got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudos, alter Mann in question. Mr. Kudos' testimony did nothing to help us. Genau, da hat er, glaube ich, so ein bisschen Erinnerungsschwierigkeiten. Nicht so das krasseste Gedächtnis. Nicht so wie wir. Die ja, glaube ich, sofort jedes Rätsel in der letzten Folge lösen konnten. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. Genau, der Kaffee wurde schön, ne? Mit Crystal Meth bestreut. Oder was auch immer. All we know is what old Mr. Kudos saw. The apron straps and the ribbon. Cool. And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Was ja auch keinen Sinn macht. Genau, na hier ein bisschen Gedächtnisprobleme. Und das passt irgendwie nicht zusammen, aber wir hatten, glaube ich, das Gefühl, dass er nicht lügt, ne? Also er meint, das gesehen zu haben. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictions. Oder irgendwas in der Art. Time to play doctor and find ourselves secure then, huh? Yeah. You've gotta find one for Maggie or she's going to have a terminal case of guilty. So, zurück zur Musik hier. Nach der Zeit, wir mal gucken, wie es schon Johnny steht. Ne? Quite decorative plant. Ja, ich glaube, das hatten wir alles schon. Das ist schön, dass du das nie vergisst. Und ich habe scheinbar einen Drift auf meinem... What the fuck? Yo, was ist mit meinem Stick los? Willst du mich verarschen? Warum ist der... Guck mal, der Slide... Hä? Gut, was ist das? Help! Also ich... Der slidet dann plötzlich jetzt... Nee, jetzt slidet er wieder. Hä? Ja, Leute, also... Präzisionsakt könnt ihr diese Folge scheinbar nicht erwarten. Ich gebe mein Bestes. Ist das hier auch so? Gehst du jetzt nach links? Nee? Okay, der Stick ist scheinbar broken. Cool. Darf ich schon wieder, keine Ahnung, 60 € oder so ausgeben für scheiße Dinger hier, ne? Geil. Weil Nintendo die auch nicht einzeln verkaufen kann, ne? Kackverein. Wir talken ein bisschen. What to do? Well, I'm officially at a loss as to where to start. Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first. I guess you should try to put Mr. Kudos' testimony to some sort of use. Yeah, that's true. And we need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow I think the key to this case has got to be at Trebian. Well then, let's go back there and check it out again. Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing too. Okay. So, anything on your mind? Actually, there is something. I was wondering about Xin Eop. You know, like, what he's like and stuff. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot about that guy. Ah, wir haben ihn ja getroffen hier. I had to beat you so hard it'll feel like you were smooching the express train. Weiß die Stimme nicht mehr, aber irgendwie so, ne? Phoenix Wright? You saying you, Phoenix Wright? Cause I'm Phoenix Wright, the one and only. Actually, I've learned a little something about my doppelganger. Huh? You did? How did you find out? Oh yeah, Maya was working at the restaurant when I ran into Don Fonione. Hä? Muss ich das verstehen? Let's just say he was such a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue him for defamation. What's that guy's story anyway? What does he have to gain by impersonating me? Ja, I don't know. Wir gehen mal gucken. Erstmal zu Maggie. I guess Maggie's still in for questioning. Cool, dann gehen wir nicht dahin. But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie! Maggie! Keep it down, Maya. This isn't the playground, you know? Okay. Alles frisch bei dir? Ah, ich kann übrigens auch mit den Pfeiltasten. Das, oh gut, aber das ist ein bisschen... Ja, und... Jetzt geht's wieder, oder? Ja, es leidet immer so ein bisschen, so richtig smooth, so smooth abrunden. Das hat er sonst nie gemacht. Oh, und jetzt geht er komplett. Okay. Na, was geht ab? His guard monitors the visitors room. There's nothing for him to do right now, so he's catching some vertical seas. Ja, kann man machen. Dann moven wir mal. Mal gucken, was Gumshoe so treibt. Police station, criminal affairs department. Looks like Gumshoe's not here. Never mind that. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow. You think? Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge. What are you doing? Calling the officers for the briefing, quick! Can you shut down the station server? Hey, can't you? Chief, quit playing on the internet! But my emails... But my email pen pal... 1337 Asian Princess... Save it for later, I'm turning it off now! No! Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh? Keeping busy? More like panicking, if you ask me. Something's going on, something big. Und es ist nicht Gumshoe. Ja, fragen wir dich mal, ne? It must be the chief of detectives. He looks lost, now that the power to his computer has been cut. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to write her a real letter instead of an email. Alternatively, you could write up some reports. Just a suggestion. Dear... how are you? I'm okay. How was the show last night? Wow, what an awesome job. Maybe I should send in my resume... heißt nicht resume? And become chief. Was ist mit dir? I must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Even pickpockets can have their pockets picked. That's a keeper. Better to go with something that doesn't sound too much like a slogan. Okay. He must be coming up with slogans for her crime prevention campaign. And I'm not sure even he knows what kind of crime he's trying to prevent. Okay, dann gehen wir mal wieder. I guess wieder zurück hier. Ach, fuck, ich hab den Babes-Kalender vergessen. Ah, was soll's, nächstes Mal. So, très bien. Empty, as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime too. That's it, come on, come on, come on. Hey, that sounds like... now just call an A, pal. Come on, I know you can. He's getting really worked up about something. No, that's the wrong number. Looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a rip-off. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? Oh, it's you. I was... I was just... I was just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is, and he's having the twin tea set. Yummy.
Well, what can I say?
Yeah, what can you say? The radio.
So, what were you all excited about earlier?
Huh? That's right. You said you were listening to the radio or something.
Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited.
Come on, Detective Gumshoe. You can tell little old me. What were you listening to?
Nothing, really. It was just the, daily exercise show.
Also gut, ich meine... What? Cyclock?
This lunch special lobster sure is great.
Offensichtlich war's Lotterie, ne? Then why were there tears in your eyes? Ja. Okay, wollen wir das direkt machen? Komm, wir probieren es mal. Presento. Makatama. Ins Gesicht. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to?
No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you.
We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... haben wir... Ja, hier ein Ticket, ne? Lottery ticket. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win it big, just like Glenn Elk did.
It's like you can see right through me.
I've cracked him already, das war nicht hart.
See, pal, that's why I said it was nothing.
Unlock successful. Na dann sag mal.
I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try.
What's if everyone in the lottery?
So, how did it go? I won 50 cents. I'd be better to win nothing at all than have a lousy buck. I was so mad.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elk, see? And I've got a special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawing live on the air. It's intense, pal.
I bet that's what Mr. Elk was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah, what time is it now?
It's just after 1:30.
And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time?
Yeah, look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket.
Millionaire Radio Flyer. Experience the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30 p.m. Nice. Okay. 1:30 p.m. Dann will ich doch direkt mal rumschnuppern. Haben wir hier einen Autopsy Report. Ja. Died. Genau, time of death was between 1:30. Ja, das kommt ja hin, ne? Hat Dingens gehört. Und dann ist er abgemurkst. Millionaire Radio? That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick. Then buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. So, did you like the twin tea set?
I've never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous my hands were shaking.
So, how did it taste?
Well, for 20 bucks, I guess I don't know how to describe it, really. It was delicate.
Delicate? You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? Looks like he's thinking.
That's it. I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. And I just realized it's bad. That's it. Tastes bad.
Oh.
It's just kind of hard to admit to yourself when you pay 20 bucks for it, you know.
Maybe he should have found out about the price after he had finished eating. Hey, Nick. Maybe that's why Glenn Elk came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set. If by fierce you mean fearsome, speaking of Glenn Elk, that reminds me. Still hardly know anything about the guy. I had to ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here. Ja, könnte man natürlich machen.
This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal?
You really drove her into a corner, you know.
You always blow apart my testimony. Why of all days didn't you do it today?
Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it, for once. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese?
I've preferred crumbly like aged parmesan. Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find.
So, did Maggie say anything to you? About me, I mean?
Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. Yeah, ever see him again. Something like that. But please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean...
Why is this happening?
He's banging his head against the wall, Nick. Oh man, poor Gumshoe. Hi. Ja, einen dicken Schädel, geht schon. Passt. Kann ich dir das Profil zeigen von dem Mister? Wenn wir schon den Tipp bekommen haben.
This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked.
What happens when he crashes though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? He wasn't literally a computer, Maya.
Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim.
Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, do you have any information that's a bit more fun?
Fun? Oh, I know. So, have you paid a visit to where Mr. Elk worked yet? You might as well.
His workplace? Where's that?
Computer firm called Blue Screens Incorporated, or something like that.
Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun. Nick, let's go. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. We'll be fine. I know all about that high-tech stuff. I wonder about that. Konnte sie nicht mal einen Computer bedienen, als sie gefangen wurde? Naja.
It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look.
Computerfirm called Blue Screens. Die haben es wegen mit Farben, ne? Wir haben Blue Corp, jetzt Blue Screens. Na gut. Okay, ich denke mal, wir haben das jetzt freigeschaltet. Dann... Alter. Kann ich... Weißt du was? Ich gönne mir jetzt meinen Controller, ne? Der ist zwar laut. Funktioniert jetzt überhaupt? Wieso? Ja, jetzt werde ich hier als Spieler 2 gezeigt, aber es funktioniert irgendwie nichts. Ah, jetzt. Oder auch nicht. Hä? Mich verarschen? Wieso funktioniert der Homescreen, der Home-Button und... Hä? Moment. Hier funktioniert's? Und sobald ich in-game bin, funktioniert's nicht mehr. Fuck you too. Dann halt nicht. Wahrscheinlich, weil ich Spieler 2 bin. Scheiße. Naja, dann bleiben wir eben bei denen. Gut, dann... I guess, moven wir. Ich glaube, examinen müssen wir hier nichts, oder? Gucken mal, fällt uns irgendwas auf? Haben wir uns das hier angeguckt? Must be the table where the murder occurred. Ja, haben wir, glaube ich. Da connect click the tablecloth. Gut. Ja, nee, ich glaube, wir haben uns hier schon alles angeguckt letztes Mal. Moven wir. Ja, in die Küche, wenn wir schon hier sind. Très bien, kitchen. Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. Hi? I'll be back next month. Oui, naturellement, I'll be waiting for you.
If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here.
No, I will have everything ready, I promise.
I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles.
No, stop it, I beg you.
Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you.
No, this is not necessary, you can trust me, mademoiselle.
Talk to anyone and I'll drive a knife right through your heart.
Oh no, you don't have to worry, you know you worried way far too much. Maybe this will help you relax, this is a little oil of sandalwood.
I do love raw meat from time to time.
Junge, was lese ich hier vor? Ah! Ich kann kurz rausgehen.
I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now.
I have love shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become a nervous wreck. Sehr, oui, that feels good. Hast ich gerade ausgezogen? Oh la la, excusez-moi, monsieur. My eyes! Your eyes, if you have trouble with your eyes, you need this. No, you have sandalwood. Isn't that just the leftovers of what you were just using? Oh God, Erstmal runterkommen. You exactly have many customers do you, Mr. Armstrong? No, you are right, monsieur. But perhaps this is the perfect time for you to visit me, no? That way I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you la dish supreme. Putting on a brave face, huh?
That's what girls do, Nick.
But you are right, business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People do not understand it, they think it is Trey. No. Guter Trash, ja. I just wanted people to think that my restaurant was exclusive. Ist Trey nicht? Ne, Moment, Trey ist nicht. Ist Trey Trash? Was war Trey nochmal? Warum ist mein Bildschirm schief? Das triggert mich gerade hart. Please, go back. Alles ist kaputt in der Folge. But they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays. Ach, ja, Trays ist Tabla. Ja, genau.
Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry.
I've forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya. But this restaurant is my life, it's everything to me. I will defend it to la finale. No one will take it from me. Okay. Und wer war das? So, who was that woman you were just talking to? Oh la la, you saw that? Ja, ich stand halt in der Tür, ne? Habt ihr natürlich nicht gesehen. Well, yes, sorry.
So, who was she? She looked so polite and graceful.
Also, mit der riesigen Bandage auf dem Kopf. Graceful. Polite, graceful.
And she likes raw meat and fires, right?
Wir brauchen kein Flashback. Wir waren vor 2 Minuten da. Ja, die sind auf dem Date, Maya. Kein Problem. Sie mag halt rohes Fleisch und...
Now that I think about it.
Yeah, let's not think about it. Hey Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having. Yeah, so you should leave right now. This is nothing for you.
You think so? Well, then let's show him that piece of evidence and
see what happens. Ich zeige ihm ganz bestimmt nicht das Piece of Evidence, das beweist, was die beiden hier treiben wollten. My attorney's badge? Please, monsieur, there is no need to show me that. You are more Phoenix Wright, the worst defense attorney in town. I'm pretty sure I know how you formed this completely wrong impression of me. The last time we met, did I show you this badge? Oh, really? You flashed it to everyone in the restaurant?
Looks like Xin Iob is a bigger fan of flashing stuff than you are, Nick.
Okay, also ein Beweis, was die hier wollte. Was haben wir denn? Sports Paper. Magazine Clipping. Was ist das? Aha, so, das sind wir. Sie wollte einen Job. Nö. Gut. Sie wollte ein Lunch Special. Oh la la, so you have eaten my lunch, oui? Tell me, monsieur, did you enjoy the lunch I prepared for you? It was a unique and wild mixture of flavors.
That's the first time I ever had lobster, you know?
Lobster? There was no lobster in my lunch.
But it said lobster right on the menu.
Mademoiselle Maya, please, you must read the menu more carefully. It says a dish inspired by lobster and abalone fricassee with balsamic vinaigrette.
Oh, it's inspired, is it?
Oui, inspired by these ingredients, but not perhaps made from them, n'est-ce pas? Warum ist denn dann Hummer auf dem Bild?
Well, I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles, Nick.
The way that the lunch tasted, it's probably 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. Alright, loan contract. Ja, vielleicht ihr was? So long that paper exists, but the delightful angel with the broken wings.
An angel, huh? Doesn't that bode well when you think about it?
Oui, they kept harassing me months after months. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them.
Help them? With what?
Mais bien sûr, if I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied.
Please, what did you agree to help them with?
No, I cannot say. If I tell you that woman, she will slice me up. And eat me with la salad garnish. Ew, I hope he doesn't mean that he'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm going to guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right?
Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman.
Okay, I guess that's it. The woman who was here earlier, I take it that she's Oh, yes, it comes to this. What a tragedy. Sadly, I find myself so deep in that debt. It is a sign of the bad world we live in, huh? No, I'd say it's more of a sign of the bad culinary skills. The woman who was here, the scary woman, she is from the loan office. Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from? Oui, Tenderländer, it is called.
Catchy name, just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money.
Please, you must not borrow from them if you must know more than $10. $10? That's like your whole monthly stipend, Maya.
Hey, I get a bit more than that. Thank you very much.
So Tenderlander is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh?
I wonder if they've got anything to do with this case.
Probably. I am a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something so nice to cheer me up. Thanks to I'm loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I am like a slave. I have to do everything that he tells me.
Who's this he?
La tiger.
Tiger?
Oui, he's the manager of the Tenderlander, a terrifying man, the big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of the battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry. Ach so, it's the phony. Big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter. Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Oh, no. This man has a presence, a most formidable personality. Although, he does have la spiky hair just like you. Oui, there is a resemblance there, I suppose. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all. If you want to visit the Tenderländer, it is beyond Vitamin Square.
Hey, Nick. If you need money, I can loan you some, as long as it's less than $3.
Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? Okay. Alrighty. Wir haben hier nichts mehr, ne? Genau. Gehen wir mal zurück. Oh.
Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. I've got a big meeting starting in a bit.
About Maggie's case, you mean?
No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside.
Okay, well, see you later then.
Bye.
Ja, die haben ja irgendwie Probleme mit dem Computer oder so. Hi? You better get going, detective, or you'll be late.
Actually, I, kinda got a favor to ask. It's a big one.
A favor?
Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kinda hoping you'd give this to her for me.
What is it?
It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been real worried about her. She looked like she lost a lot of weight.
Detective Gumshoe. How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on Earth who could down this much meat.
You think? I love weenies.
I can genauso. Ich kann das nicht lesen.
I love weenies. I can't get enough of their tender juiciness.
Sorry. So you'll get...
Well, you give it to her. It took me ages to make, so please, say you will, pal.
Can't exactly say no, can I? Yeah, I'll give her my weenies. Tenderly handmade lunchbox fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies. Geil. Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry.
And don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie.
Okay. It's finally gone. Let's move. So, so wir haben jetzt hier Vitamin Square, wo wir dann zu Tenderländer gehen. Und wir haben hier Blue Screens. Was weird aussieht. Ich denke, wir gehen erst nochmal zurück und machen von hinten, räumen nochmal das Feld auf. Okay, sie ist immer noch nicht da. Gut. Was müssen wir nochmal machen? Ich glaube, das war's, ne? Dann nur noch... Wobei, ich würde sonst nochmal... Ne, nicht Examen. Ich würde sonst nochmal kurz die Police Station... ja, dann Detention Center und dann Police Station. Nee, okay, die haben immer noch nichts. Okay, gehen wir ins Office und dann halt ins Detention Center. Warum müssen wir hier durch? Dann ins Tribunal und dann können wir... Gehen wir Blue Screens. Die Nase läuft wieder. Geil. In richtig schöner LP-Manier. Blue Screens Incorporated. Wow, this place is so high-tech. You can almost smell the electricity in the air. It is a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know. Who are you? Hi.
Oh, hello.
Stimme? Bist du ein Roboter? I'm sorry, access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building. Ich weiß, sie ist kein Roboter, aber es ist immerhin eine Stimme, die ich machen kann. Understood. Who is this woman? She's like a... Oh, okay, she's a robot. She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show. Was ist das für ein Wort? My name is Lisa Basil. Basil? I'm the company director. Director? She's human. She seems more like a ghost in a shell. And that thing over her eye, isn't that the same device as Glenn Elks? That's an DMH, right? Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD. All of my programmers here at Blue Screens Incorporated are supplied with HMDs. Then do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this. They are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one. Ja, dann unterhalten uns mal. So, what exactly is this firm's business? I will try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them. You lost me on the corner of analyze and management. Doesn't matter, they analyze stuff. You got that much right. The software we produce is distributed on CDs. CDs? Yes, compact discs. Digital optical storage media. Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music. It is a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now?
I'm researching the impact logical access to shared global variables obviously program influences response time and performance so that variables and memory overheats is virtually...
Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that?
Yeah.
A blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. Okay, what happened? You know about what happened, right, Miss Basil? You mean about Clang Elk being poisoned? Yes, I know. It's terrible.
You can tell us anything that might be helpful.
I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier too. But I couldn't tell him anything either because... the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screens Incorporated.
Ow.
How about Mr. Elk's desks? Have you cleared it out already? No, not yet. It's this one, right in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you are welcome to take it. Alles klar. Alles einsacken, Phoenix. I guess there might be a clue somewhere here. Time to steal. Nicht present. Examine. Erstmal das Pferd.
Wow, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess.
Looks pretty average to me.
But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this.
You think? Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know. He's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry then.
Hey, this calendar.
What about it? If this is another hint about tidying, you can forget it.
Someone's marked December 3rd in red pen.
December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elk was murdered. Is there anything else?
Yeah, it says, meet with the tiger.
Uh-huh. The tiger? Glenn's calendar. On December 3rd, the day of the incident, there is a note saying meet with the tiger. Der Pointer geht auf eine Weltreise. Ja, gucken wir uns das mal an. Those pillars almost look like they're moving. Ja, genau wie mein Cursor. It's kind of unsettling.
They just look a bit twisted or warped or whatever word I'm looking for.
This office was designed with a futuristic feel in mind.
Futuristic?
Yes, we try to imagine what things might look like in the future when we designed it. It helps to soothe and calm the soul.
Second thought, I agree with you, Nick. This place is really unsettling.
Look at him go! Fast and Furious! Okay. Alter, diese smoothen Bewegungen, die fucken mich richtig ab. Okay. Na dann gucken wir mal. Was ist mit den Gentlemen? He's really pounding that keyboard, isn't he?
Wow. Bet that's where the programmer comes from, huh? I guess I shouldn't be resting on my laurels. Gotta expand my skill set and all that.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Bet I can become old CD's apprentice.
What about your spirit medium training? Was war hier? Achso, der Server.
Hey, look, Nick, it's a supercomputer. It looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it?
Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya.
That explains why we don't use the computer in our office.
You work there too, Maya.
Yeah, but at least I'm...
Please don't argue about something that's so trivial. Otherwise the computer will laugh at you.
She said she'd laugh at us, Nick.
She's a human, Maya, not a computer. Okay, gibt's hier noch was? Hier ein paar Post-its.
Wow, look at this mess.
Ah ne, das sind Tickets. Looks like they're all betting tickets.
What kind of betting tickets?
For betting on which horse will win a given race. They're horse racing tickets.
Oh wow, the stores are stuffed full of these.
Warum wirfst du das nicht weg? Looks like they're all losing tickets though. Losing horse racing tickets. Horse racing betting tickets. Found in Glen Elk's desk. There's over 500 of them. I count them all. Gotta count them all.
This many tickets would get you, what? A buck down at the recycling center. But I didn't know you were so hard up that you try to profit from the dead, Nick.
I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. Okay, that's it. Gut. Können wir dir was präsenten? Haben wir neue Profile eigentlich bekommen jetzt? Wir haben sie. CEO of Blue Screens. Absolutely not a robot. Age unknown. Okay. Den Tiger haben wir nicht hier drin. Okay. Dann, oder können wir hier... Ist hier irgendwas von Interesse? Können ihr die Tickets und so zeigen mal?
Would you mind taking a look at this?
I'm sorry, that data is super admin restricted desktop access password protected.
Super admin restricted desktop access password protected? What? This is madness.
No, Maya. That is Sparta. She won't tell us unless we say the right code word.
A code word? Sesame. If it's not Sesame, then it must be her mother's maiden name. That's how it always is.
There's no point in having a password if it's always the same thing, Maya. I guess he just doesn't want to talk about this.
We should focus on asking about Glen Elk. What do you say?
Ach so, ja, stimmt. Können wir natürlich machen. About Mr. Elk. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from 1 or 2 bugs in his personality.
Oh, like what?
He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. That's what got him into trouble.
What's the matter?
He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really no trouble at all. A model employee. Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. I've got to find out what this trouble was exactly. Lass mich raten, es ist ein Cyclock. About Mr. Elk. Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry. Why would you think that? I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Yeah. 3 Stück. 3 Cyclops? I guess Mr. Elk is like every other man with his own pile of secrets. Ja, ich meine, wir können es mal probieren, ne? Wenn er die wagt, nicht gewinnt. Zumindest so 1 oder so können wir bestimmt mal knacken. Weil, obviously, hat er eine... Wie nennt man das? Eine Gamble Addiction. Wie heißt es auf Deutsch? Glücksspielsucht oder so. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elk was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service. What's she talking about? I guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. X's trouble have something to do with this? The tickets. What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing one. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. The good people are very, very bad. Cashing in others' misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisis I smell? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glenn Elk. He had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Elk's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? Here, ne? Victim's lottery tickets. The lottery. Horse racing, he bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty hard, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps? No! You are right, Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example, do you understand? Trust me, if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there is no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000. Yeah, but it's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? It's true that Mr. Elk won $500,000 in the end. But that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. X's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. The tiger? Oh, aber den haben wir nicht, ne? Mach mal den Kalender. Oh, Mr. Elk met with someone on the day he was killed. He even made a note on it, on his calendar about the meet with the tiger. What is the relevance of that? Are you trying to suggest Glenn was meeting him to discuss his debt? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I have never heard anything about this tiger before. Maybe he's not even human. Maybe he really is a tiger. I'm no programmer, but does she really expect me to buy such messed up logic? In that case, I think it's time to introduce you to the tiger. Okay, ja, den haben wir nicht. Gut. Gut. Dann gehen wir erstmal zu Tenderländer. I guess. Und vorher treffen wir wahrscheinlich noch auf den alten Herrn hier. Der Scooter ist wieder da. Vitamin Square. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo. Do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway. At least not for now. Besides, any more seeds today and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Kommt der angerannt, wenn ich das anfasse? Hey, check this out. I wouldn't get too close to that if I were you, otherwise you might be in for a shock. My phony must be lurking someplace nearby. Just imagine a tiger loose in the city. Meanwhile, the real phoenix is like an abandoned chick.
lost in a vast urban jungle. Huh? Don't worry. Someday I'll grow up and become a ferocious tiger too. Don't lose hope.
Why is she trying to pep talk me into becoming my Fody? Alright, I guess. Wir gehen weiter. Tender Lender. Win through compromise. Aha. Okay.
This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it?
Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome. Ugh. Talk about a creepy voice. It makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. Oh.
You're here to discuss alone?
No, not exactly.
The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. She's gone, just like that.
I guess we'll just have to come back another time.
But it's the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick, let's take a look around, okay?
You think it'd be okay? Keine Sorge, wir haben die Weenies, wenn sie vorbeikommt, ein bisschen Raw Meat möchte.
Coffee? Ah! I'll leave it here for you to enjoy quietly.
Yes, thank you.
Do not touch the desk. Please. Nick, let's get out of here.
Now she wants to get out of here? Da, nix da. Gucken uns das an.
Yes.
The punching bag.
Oh, what? No way. You wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that.
What do you mean, walking around?
The design's gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. And why is it called punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in? I knew it. I was right before, back at Tribien. Paris fashion is more my thing.
I really hope she's pulling my chain on this one. Erstmal die Zigaretten.
Oh no, someone's dropped the ashtray on the floor. It's going to be a nightmare to clean up.
Yeah, it's all over the rock and everything.
I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal.
How did you manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy?
Oh, hey, there's a book of matches here too.
Matches, huh? Please don't give those out much. Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second.
What is it?
Look what's printed on its cover. It says Très bien. Okay, matches used for advertising found lying in tender lender. These matches could come in handy. We might be able to use them.
Yeah. The pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out.
Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. Dann desk. That's one impressive desk. On one impressive rock.
It's solid gold, Nick. Gold. Just look at that shine. Only real gold shines like that.
Would you really want such a shiny desk, though?
I don't know. But let's see what's it like to sit at a solid gold desk. Wow, completely dazzled.
That's because it's completely dazzling.
I can see up my nose in the reflection. It's gotta be really distracting.
So that desk isn't practical. No surprise here. Okay. Schön Ghetto Blaster. There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud. It's a wonder you can hear it.
But the desk is so loud.
Warum ist das Desk laut? Egal.
The light's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee? Ah!
Yes, thanks. It was lovely.
So, you drank it all? If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup.
That coffee, it was laced with something. I'm almost sure of it.
Nick, my stomach, it's killing me. Oh, wait. It was just the burger I ate for breakfast.
I sure hope so. Better take a good look at that CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the?
But it's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw of the Tiger?
It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber.
What?
This must be the CD Maggie told us about.
Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal.
No way, that woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. Ja, einfach einstecken. MC Bomber. Found at Tenderlander, a sample disc with the name written in marker. Okay. Man könnte jetzt natürlich eine Connection zu Bluescreens knüpfen, weil die ihre Scheiß auf CD brennen. Ja, und hier haben wir eine CD. Ja, ich weiß ja nicht.
Let's see. This Randall thing is called Daruma, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured, in case you're wondering.
You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change?
I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always write himself. Go on, Nick. Give me a good shove.
Only if I feel like dying.
Now, this yellow thing, this is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king?
Achso, ja. Habe ich auch schon gesehen, tatsächlich. Direkt hinter Meyers Kopf.
Not that I'm an expert or anything, I'm more of a reversey person, you know?
Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Ugh.
Hey! There's a piece of paper sticking out from under here.
What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Doesn't he even have one? $50,000 to replace a bumper and a light. That's insane.
The car's registered to the Cadaverinis.
Huh? So it's not even the tiger's car. Why would someone else's repair bill be in the tiger's office? Wahrscheinlich, weil er es geschrottet hat. Car repair bill for $50,000 paid by Tigre to the Cadaverini family. Okay. Win through compromise.
I wonder what that's supposed to mean.
Must mean something if they look. It must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that.
Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me. Aha! That's Tenderlander's guiding principle. Oh? Compromise the customer to win. Oh, I see. How about you, Nick?
Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever explain to their customers. You know, ein paar schicke Weihnachtsmann-Kostüm, geil.
Hey, look at his Parisian-style coat. It's so chic.
Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion.
Hey, look at this. The suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick.
The same color. Ach ja, stimmt. Da ist sogar der Badge dran. Same color as my suit. Ah! Keep your voice down, Maya.
Nick, you've got to take a look at
Some cake?
Ah!
I'll just leave it here for you.
Yeah, sure, thanks.
Just wait here, quietly. Otherwise...
Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said.
Yeah, sure. I have my eye on you, only so I can take care of you. Understand?
I'm scared, Nick.
So, what were you getting so excited about before?
Look, on the label of this suit.
That's an attorney's badge.
Is the tiger a lawyer?
No way, look at this thing, it's made of paper. Paper badge. Found at Tender Lender, made of cardboard and painted to look authentic.
For some reason your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick.
Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one? Yeah, okay. Arr. Arr, arr, arr. I'm a pirate now.
Ah!
Come out from under the desk, Maya.
What are you two snooping around in my office for?
Nothing, we were just...
My precious carpet, you skadash my rock. You're gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door.
It wasn't us, it was already...
You just wanna argue with me? Is that what you're doing? You drink yous can take me on? I'm gonna flatten yous two into pancakes and turn yous into my new rocks. Ah!
Oh? Don Tigre. Ich nenne jetzt Tigre, ne?
Yeah,
You're back. Wahrscheinlich sie, ne? Ah, that voice. It's like evil seeping into your head through your ears. Yes, it is. I'm sorry, Don Tigre. I knocked over that ashtray earlier and... has she got a death wish or what?
Right.
Huh?
Forget about it, Violetta. It's nothing.
What?
I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear?
That's so unfair.
Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan. The Phoenix Wright!
Yes?
You see, the crazy are just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you's gotta come and mess up my plan.
So it was him. He's my phony.
Heh. Well, I don't care. No one gets in my way.
What? I mean, excuse me?
You should have left the little girl at home, right?
I have a few things to ask.
Ah! No questions, this is the last time we meet.
Ah, wait, please. He's rausgekickt.
That was pretty weak, Nick.
You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him. Like you want to talk. I didn't hear you scream hold it either. Oh nee, er ist einfach abgehauen.
The espresso. Ah! And cookies.
Something is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? Let's talk. Tender Lender. So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lender.
With the warm and friendly atmosphere you expect from a family-sized business, a conscientious rate of interest, and an attractive repayment policy.
Well, I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well.
We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tender Lender. Hey, Nick, things are a bit tight for Wright & Co. at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan?
Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much.
Then their lender is on your side.
So, let's say I'm late with my payment. What happens then?
We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee.
Right. I think I'd rather skip town.
Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well.
Yeah. So, do you know about the incident we're investigating?
What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager.
The manager being the tiger?
Furio Tigre. Furio?
The tigre? So that's where the tiger thing comes from.
Yupp's got a real name, Nick. Hurry up and find out more about him.
Okay. I guess wir haben jetzt ein Profil. Ja. Und ihr auch. Aber was steht da? Possibly part of the staff at Tenderlander. A thoroughly bitter person. Furia Tigre. 42. Sie ist keine Ahnung. The head of the Tenderlander Loan Company. Also known as the Tiger. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre.
Cookie? Sure. How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself. Go ahead, Nick. The honor is all yours.
No, ladies first, Maya.
No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and this scary girl doing working together? We are lovers.
That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice.
And I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me.
The tiger saved you?
Please address him properly as Don Tigre. Otherwise I'll have to...
Okay, Don Tigre, of course, I'm sorry. He saved her life. I'd sure like to know how that happened. Let's find out.
I'm very frail, you see. Just recently I died once. You died? About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope.
I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx.
But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything? When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe. I decided to pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso.
Still wonder about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you've got that bandage around your head?
This?
Yeah. So, what's the story of the bandage?
They put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. A fatal injury?
I just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So, that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once.
She really creeps me out, Nick.
Same here, but we've got to find out the truth. I guess, wir müssen sie als letztes machen. Von daher, ich probiere es erst gar nicht, sondern ich gehe jetzt erstmal die anderen Sachen noch abklappern, die wir haben. Oh, hier gibt es was Neues. Old man, is that you? There he is, all City's pack, feeding the pigeons again.
There, take this, and this. Get out of my park.
Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya, just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can. What? Why? Hello, old man. What are you doing, Maya?
Huh? Ka!
Hey, he just turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo.
Ka!
Look, we really need to talk to you again, alright?
Out with the demons! I'm with good fortune.
Ow, ow, seeds, shells, splinters. I always knew you were a demon, Maya. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today.
Ka! Everyone will be talking about me behind. Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. I told the old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside that he can't remember her face, a filthy depraved animal.
No, not at all.
Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I just saw the waitress put it in. She put some white powder into the young lad's Javachino.
We heard you.
And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles.
We're really sorry.
So I made a little mistake about the face, so what? I know what I saw. I tell you.
Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo.
Don't tell me to take it easy, you specky brat. Take this.
Embroiderer. Ich glaube, das ist sowas wie Sticken, oder? Habe ich ja letztes Mal nicht gewusst, aber ich meine, das ist irgendwas mit so Stickerei und so, ne? You said you were a craftsman, right?
Yeah, the modern world cuts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves.
Surely it's not that.
I come from a long line of craftsmen right back to the time of the Shagoons. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one.
Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself.
I wanted to stick my fingers up then dribbling old Judge's nose.
Okay, wenn es nur die Nase ist.
And scream right down his earhole, objection!
Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all.
I've got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to burst out.
If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What should I do? Cut in Nee. Actually, we've got places to go. Things to check and stuff. Maybe another time?
Fine, whatever. Just don't forget, I've got a tsunami of worth of grumbling to do.
Yes. This girl right here is really looking forward to hearing it all, honest. What? I never said that.
Come to the place where I worked in. Here, bring this along with you.
What is this? It's covered in seeds. A discount coupon for a burger? Here you want someone to grumble at, huh? Although it is a burger joint. Also muss ich Ja drücken. Gut, dann zacken wir es halt ab. Guess I better let him talk. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days then?
Of course not. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands.
Errands?
I won't take advantage of the elderly. Buy some breadcrumbs. Take the dog for a walk, granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of stupid community handyman?
Well...
Buy some bread. Now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? When people say what they mean, get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Ah yes, I'm just inconvenienced, you see. At home, at that restaurant, I just get in the way. I just get in the way, don't I?
I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute, what did he just say? At home and at that restaurant. Hold up, by restaurant are you talking about Très Bien? Did you get asked to run an errand there too?
Yes, I did. The very day that young brat was poisoned.
What? So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do?
Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It happened so fast, I was a bit of a daze, you see. Then Yaron shouted over to me.
Excusez-moi, you call the police. Call them yourself, I should have said back.
Call them yourself, I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time. So, did you end up calling the police? Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze.
Did you call them on your cell phone?
Gah! Do I look like I'd have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course.
You went looking for one?
I couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes or so.
For 5 minutes? So for 5 minutes after the incident happened...
Yes, sir. The owner was at tribute on his own.
Why did you mention this in court this morning?
Well, I would have if you'd given me the chance. But you all bullied me out of the courtroom.
Oh, true. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kudo. Yeah.
Wait a minute, more to say. Oh, yes, I remember something else.
Bailiff has called a witness out of the courtroom.
It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame.
You could have at least told us before we got to court.
Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police?
Naja. Unser Chefkoch könnte halt so ein bisschen, dies, das gemacht haben. So ein bisschen mit der crime scene. What's important is the accounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead and Maggie was unconscious. Which leaves that that man alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose.
What do you mean?
Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant.
Ah. Oh, sure, you go ahead and say I wasn't away as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead, huh?
We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie and from Armstrong. Okay. We will do that. Ja, dann gucken wir mal in der Küche vorbei, wenn wir gerade hier sind.
Looks like Mr. Armstrong is out again.
But the place is open for business. Can't have an open restaurant without a chef.
Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me.
Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone.
Missing when we need to talk to him the most.
Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose. Können wir wieder was angucken? Ich glaube, ich sehe nichts Verdächtiges. Dann gehen wir wieder raus. Ins Detention Center.
Oh, Mr. Wright.
Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you.
Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty tough and pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed the old man.
Excuse me, what? Ich habe ihn was? Well, he was all over the place with testimony.
He's not the only one. What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident anyway.
Is it possible she is the one misremembering things? Ach ja, übrigens. Ja, ich habe ein paar Wieners für dich. Pack die Weenies aus, Nicky Boy. Oh, yeah, I've got something you're going to love.
Mm-hmm. Really? What is it?
A lunchbox, just for you. Here.
Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe? He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this too. I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. The rules are the rules. They lock you up if you break them. Somehow when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But... She's right, it's better than letting it go to waste. But I guess so. Gumshoe's lunchbox eaten with Maya. Well, how was it? That hit the spot. I love weenies. Everyone loves weenies. Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir.
Ja. Dann talken wir mal.
Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yup, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him.
Aber das war doch die Waitress. But did Mr. Kuda testify earlier today? Yeah, it was the waitress. Yeah, who put some white powder into the coffee cup.
So you really think it was the disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it. Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right?
It was MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrawled on the sports paper as well. Haben wir die CD nicht jetzt? Then they never find that CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication, that's gone missing too.
Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me.
Also, Moment. Wir haben doch die MC-Bomber hier, ne? Okay. Dann ist dir das wohl egal. You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenn Elk, collapsed, right?
Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop.
Ja, meine Rede, habe ich da, glaube ich, auch gesagt.
When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir.
So, between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Très Bien.
No idea at all. Why is it important, Mr. Wright?
The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture.
Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police.
Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time.
No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you?
When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all.
It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier.
I don't know. The things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir.
Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out.
Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD.
Danke, Maya, dass du... Also echt MVP hier, dass du mir immer sagst, was ich machen muss.
I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. Feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better.
Maggie, If there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony.
Roger, I spill it all and see what you can make of it.
Okay. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you?
Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it seemed there was another customer in the restaurant.
Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo.
But I can't really say. It was an old man. Okay then, how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman.
A woman?
Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So, what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. And she had a kind of crackling laugh.
Creepy?
Crackling?
Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? Yeah, it's her. Okay, können wir nicht drüber reden. Alles klar. Können wir dir ihn hier zeigen?
Holy smokes, that's him!
Huh?
That's our phony, Mr. Wright. Just look at that ridiculous suntan.
For the record, I'm not sunburned like an over-dried tomato, so I don't know how.
He told me he'd been on a business trip to Hawaii, and that's where he got the tan.
I'm not hearing this. Okay, das war alles. Gut. Ja. I guess, das ist alles. Können wir hier noch Evidence?
Ah, is that your attorney's badge?
Actually, it's a fake.
Holy smokes, that's it.
Huh?
That's a badge your phony had, Mr. Wright.
You got duped by this?
But it's a completely different color.
And what about the fact that it's...
He said that badge got a tan as well while he was in Hawaii on business.
I'm beginning to see how my phony was able to gain her trust. Ja, ich glaube, das andere macht nicht so viel Sinn, ne? I guess, wir gehen mal kurz in Criminal Affairs Department. Gucken, ob Gamschuh hier ist. The main showers just went up in smoke. Wright Egg isn't the press conference set up yet. The superintendent's here already.
Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too.
I told you to stop using a computer, Chief.
But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas.
It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing a switch.
No, just when Slum Young Gay
guy was about to confess to his son's sawtooth girlfriend.
Oh, wow, this place is really buzzing.
Something must be going down. Something really big.
What are you doing here, pal?
Detective Gumshoe.
You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay.
Huh?
We've got big problems here today. Why? What's going on? It's a virus. A virus.
A virus?
There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system.
But I really need to ask you some questions. No, I'm a computer virus.
So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe?
I don't know.
What? Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal?
Be careful, detectives are supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable.
What's in the face, pal? You think you know what a virus is?
Well, Nick, do you? A computer virus? Sure, I mean, only in simple terms, of course.
Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool, don't you agree, Dr. Wright?
I don't get the feeling they're making fun of me. Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. What's a virus? A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage.
Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode?
No, the damage is, well, it's all internal.
So the inside goes boom, right?
Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here in the station. A virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about.
Wow, that's scary.
Yeah, and what's even more scary is that viruses are infectious.
Infectious?
Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster.
Huh, just like a real virus, huh?
But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that?
Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal?
No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's.
What? That's horrible. Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold.
Right, then you wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick.
You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong.
Who? What? Where? When and why did that conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage.
And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before.
The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it before too.
Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up.
Yes?
No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear?
Okay.
If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there.
Are we not thinking about borrowing money, detective? We want information.
Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Then the lender is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed, calling in all their debts.
Really?
Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady.
Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady?
Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick?
Better find out what the story is with this lady. Okay, this lady?
That's the girl who works over at Tender Lender. You wanna stay away from her, okay? I mean it.
She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she?
That should be the least of your worries, pal.
What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse?
Her name's Viola Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini.
Bruto Cadaverini? Do you know who that is, Nick?
Never heard of him. Bruto Cadaverini's the boss of the Cadaverini family.
The Cadaverinis? That's one scary sounding name.
You can't touch them, they're way too powerful for the police.
Also, Alt Mafia?
But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you?
No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. Better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis?
Who are they? Scary bunch of people, that's who.
You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about?
Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. You've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. You can't touch them. They've got too much moolah.
Moolah? As in?
They pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market.
Black market, huh? And that includes Tender Lender, I take it?
Sure. No one sends up to Bruto Cadaverini. I mean, no one.
Interesting. So, Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss then?
Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him.
So, how did she end up at Tender Lender?
I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of Tender Lender are pretty tight.
Tight?
That's what it said in a file I read related to Maggie's case.
Sounds like a pretty important clue. Okay. Okay. Kann ich dich dazu noch befragen?
I wouldn't go flashing that photo around if I were you, pal.
Why not? Meine Stimme ist gerade so ein bisschen am Arsch. Muss ich zugeben, kratzt ein bisschen.
That guy rules the criminal underworld. You could get yourselves in serious trouble. I'm talking say your prayers trouble.
You're shaking, detective. Like a leaf.
I'm just, you know, kinda on edge at that moment, if you know what I mean.
Okay, was hast du zu ihm?
Oh, this guy, the tiger.
Is he famous?
Yeah, this guy's not a loan shark, you know. Nope, he's a big lone cat.
Hence the name?
Pay him back and you better say your prayers, because he'll eat you alive.
You're shaking, detective. Like a leaf.
I'm just, you know, kinda on edge at the moment, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Vielleicht die beiden noch? Oder ich geh mal alle durch.
The lady's the boss of Blue Screens Incorporated, pal. Yeah, I figure she's clean, she got nothing to hide. You seem kinda like a doll to me. In a good way and a bad way. Kinda makes you think she might be hiding something.
Mhm. Ja, sie hat ja noch einen Psych-Log, glaube ich.
You know what that chef said to me? Oh la la, your body is full of toxins. And he gave me this bottle.
What's in it?
I don't know. The label says juniper. Well, I'll tell you what. This stuff works like a charm. I slept like a rock last night.
Oh, really? That's nice.
You know, in all my years, I've never seen a witness who was that confused before.
Yeah, you looked pretty confused by his testimony.
Nothing against old guys, I like them and all. But he sounded like he was pretty sure about what he saw.
Ja, genau. Yeah, that's the impression I got too. Me, 3. But then, why doesn't even a single part of his testimony corroborate any of the facts? Was mit dir?
I know I look a little rough around the edges, but the truth is, I'm a lot more detective-like than I used to be.
Really? Like what part?
Like the color of my coat.
Ah, you're right. Yeah, but what about what's inside the coat? Okay. Glenn?
This guy was a real programming genius. He called him the walking computer after he worked.
What happens when he crashes though? Does he just stop moving? Ah, das hatten wir doch schon, ne? Ja. Maggie.
Maggie's probably...
Ach ja, wir haben ja die Weenies gegeben.
Probably crying all alone right now, huh?
Yeah, thanks to you.
Ah, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
Don't torch poor Gumshoe's feelings like they're cups of cheap creme brulee. You're crazy about Maggie, aren't you?
No, I'm not that,
You don't have to hide it, Gumshoe. It's pretty obvious. Yeah, you're way too plain looking for Maggie, right?
I'd arrest you right now if you weren't so right.
Okay, das reicht, glaube ich. Alter, meine Stimme. Moment, ich muss mir einen Schluck gönnen. So, können wir noch was talken? Ah, genau, hier wollte ich noch. Wir haben den Namen vom Virus scheinbar schon mal gehört, ne? Hat er gesagt. Und Gumshoe auch. Von daher würde ich jetzt einfach mal sagen... Wie wäre es mit dieser CD, MC Bomber? Könnte ein Virus sein? Detective Gumshoe, I'm about this.
What? I'm trying to concentrate on Maggie and that virus and... Ah! This is it! The stupid name, I remember now.
I thought so, here it comes. Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on? It's okay, Maya, you don't have to cry about it.
The name scribbled on that sports paper and written on that CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber.
What?
Yeah, the virus that's just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber.
Can you give us any more details, please?
We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met.
Who are they?
I don't know, some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess.
And now the virus has been released, huh?
Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival.
All this stuff with criminals and viruses. It almost feels like we were in a sci-fi movie.
Apparently the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something.
Hint, hint.
The focus right now is on tracing the route of this virus on the black market.
You mean someone put this virus up for sale?
Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal.
In the millions? A virus can be worth that much? Contains a computer virus program.
Oh, I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing.
And that is?
You know, the lunchbox. How did everything go?
Lunchbox? You remember the weenies? I hate weenies. Poor gumshoe.
So, how did my weenies taste when...
Yeah. Well, it was delicious.
Yeah, that's what she said. Really?
Well, not exactly.
Don't worry about it, pa. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared.
Prepared? What do you mean?
I made a jumbo lunchbox.
Oh.
Do me a favor again, huh, pal? And deliver this?
This sure is a heavy burden in more ways than one.
I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that.
Weenies again, Nick. Tell me we don't have to eat all these too. It's okay, we love weenies. A tenderly handmade lunchbox fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies. I really can't eat anymore. Okay, I guess we're done. Er ist nicht mehr hier, schade. Wir gehen mal zu Très bien. Haben wir hier noch was? Ist die Küche jetzt besetzt? Nee. Wir könnten jetzt sie mal probieren, ne? Sie hat ja, glaube ich, ein Cyclock, genau, Glenn's Trouble. Ah ja, wir haben ja jetzt das Profilbild vom Tiger. Genau, also hier können wir wieder durchskippen erstmal. Das war ja easy bisher. Das sind die Tickets. Right. Und dann noch das andere Lotterieticket. Ja. Das hier. Badum. Genau, have a gambling habit. Genau, und jetzt kommt der Kalender. Deep Trouble. Problem was with someone or something more terrifying. Theoretisch könnte ich auch hier schon das Profilbild, aber ich mache mal sicherheitshalber. Wo ist es denn? Den Kalender zuerst, wie zuvor. Introduce you to the tiger. Don Tigre. Furious Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elk met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. No. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. Oh, das war sie, oops. $100,000, ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay. So the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Ach so, yeah. Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? I suspect he was talking about programming. Ja, hat den Virus gemacht. What computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her. Programming question. Was it by any chance this? Where is this? Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No. Yes. Unlock successful. Glenn's had more processing power than any computer. But it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe I was going to become a waitress at Trivia. Why do you come up with these ideas? Risky extra work. So it's safe to say Mr. Elk was the creator of this virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius, in a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market. Inconceivable, Gumshoe was right for a change. The date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts. Okay. Potentially worth millions of dollars. Ja, damit wollte er das wohl bezahlen und dann hat er plötzlich den Jackpot gewonnen. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Lennox losing horse racing tickets thrown back on the floor. Use that trash can, Nick. Okay, das war's. I guess. Kann ich dir das nochmal zeigen vielleicht? Möchtest du die Weenie Box? Would you mind taking a look at this? No. Ja, ist okay. Ist gut, Maya. So, ja, wir haben schon über Glenn gesprochen. Ich glaube, dann sind wir hier durch, ne? Mussten wir nur die CD updaten scheinbar. Okay. I guess. Dann gehen wir nochmal in Vitamin Square. Was hattest du nochmal? Genau, genau, wir müssen noch mit dem Chef sprechen. Hier irgendwas? Ach, du hast ja auch noch was, genau. Okay. Dann probier es mal bei dir. Mal gucken, was hier so rauskommt. 4 Stück. The head bandage. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation. You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Injury in question. Did you get hit by a really large weenie? By any chance. Repair Bill. Genau, er musste Reparaturen zahlen zu ihrer Familie. Das heißt ein Autounfall vielleicht. Ich drück mal das. Klingt schon mal nicht schlecht. I have here a car repair bill. From this it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis. Yes, it is. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. The relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong and this is why. Das Profilbild von dem alten Herrn. I guess. I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? It happened about 4 months ago. I was driven in one of our family's cars when someone pulled in front of me. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much. Ein richtig männliches Moped. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but I took a blow to the head, a bad one. Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right? I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard. Ran away? If they'd stayed, I'd have... Is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been... Ach, sie weiß es nicht mal, dass es er ist? Also, im Foto war ja ganz klar, dass es er und sein geiles Moped ist. It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. It wasn't, Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it. We collided, the motorbike and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all, is he? It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I've proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. Ja, sein Bike himself, ne? Itself. Das hatte hier ein paar Cracks. The wheel guard is all smashed up. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Ja, nicht nur das. Miss Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was Buria Tigre. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true. I knew it. But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him. Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you know Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Der Olle hier wieder? Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money? $1 million. Was ist denn das für eine Operation, bitte, die 1 Million kostet? Also, naja, ich weiß ja nicht.
4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really?
Maya ist auch da. Hi.
Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million? My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation.
Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million? It has to be related to our poisoning case somehow.
I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. But I knew that wasn't really true.
Yeah, no shit.
Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him.
You helped him? In what way?
Here, take these.
What are these? Medical papers?
I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer. He simply couldn't refuse.
Viola's medical papers. A $1 million bill for cranial surgery. Payment was due last year. Kann ich mir das angucken? Nö. Wow, I feel so bad for Viola. It's inexcusable. Huh? There are 2 things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics.
Is everything alright, Nick?
Should get going. Right after we finish our espresso.
Yeah.
I would need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Okay, repair bill thrown into the trash. Alright. I guess, alles was wir jetzt noch zu tun haben, ist unser Chef. Was er noch mit der ganzen Sache zu tun hat, und er scheint hier zu sein. Hey, bonjour, I have been waiting for you to return.
Mr. Armstrong.
Good timing, I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you, fellas. Oh.
Ah, it's Xin Ihop.
Who you calling Xin Ihop?
Ah.
Come out from under the table already, Maya.
Okay, hand it over.
What?
You wanna play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers now.
Uh-oh, I think he wants Viola Cadaverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you.
Forget about it, that girl's dumber than an eggplant. You wanna know what she said? I'll tell you what she said, and it ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad.
Can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the 1 million. To get the 1 million you used to pay this off.
Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you wanna give it to me or not. There's 2 of us here. You got that? 2.
Oui. Mr. Armstrong. Forgive me. Désolé. I cannot argue with him. Slap.
That really hurt. Is that all he's got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter.
Wait.
Don't take it too hard, Phoenix, right?
That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence.
Hold it, pal.
Detective Gumshoe.
Detective? You think he's gonna stop me, copper? Beat it, gar! Whoa! Come on, Gumshoe. Keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me.
But...
Go, pal, and take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh?
Alright, thanks, Gumshoe. Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind. Gumshoe, once again, he saved our lives. I'll get even with that guy tomorrow in court. $10 going down.
Oh yeah, to be continued.
Würde gerne hier so, ne, Faustkampf von dem Tiger und Gumshoe würde ich gerne sehen. Aber Gumshoe, ne, also hier diese 2 großen Muskeltypen und im ersten Teil, ja, die ganze Gang von dieser, ich weiß nicht mehr, wie sie hieß, von dieser Filmtante, die komplette Mafia, auch alle weggeschnetzelt von Gumshoe. Also Respekt. Ja, ich würde sagen, wir sehen uns vor Gericht. Und bis zum nächsten Mal. Wieder eine 2-Stunden-Folge. Macht's gut, Leute. Und tschö.